Let's see how IndexOf and lastIndexOf works in JavaScript array method. So if you want to search something in array by supplying its value or maybe the element and you want to get the exact index position, you can make use of IndexOf and lastIndexOf methods. Let's see how it works and what are the differences between these two. So in this example, there is a simple array which is holding 6 elements in it. Each and every element is holding a string here. So if I want to figure out what's the first occurrence of the B here in this particular array, what is the index position for that? So I can do that by using IndexOf. So let's try to do index array dot index of. I want to check out for P here. And if you read out the definition here, so it says that returns the index of the first occurrence of a value in an array or -1 if it is not present. That's good. Let's have a look at the output. So we are getting it. So we are finding it at position 2. So this is 0th position, this is first, and this is second position, the second index in our array. It means it's try to figure out the first occurrence of whatever the element you are supplying. If you want to figure it out, the same one that is from the ending, not from the starting. So we have one more method available and that we call as last index of. Now we should be able to get the index of this element and this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should get 4 over here. That's perfect. So there is also one more parameter available with these two functions. Let's say, for example, this is an index of. If you hover your cursor, you can see what search element you want to pass. And the second parameter is from what index you want to search it. So by default, it is starting with the 0 index. And even if you read out the documentation here, the second parameter is optional, which is being mentioned by a question mark here. And it says that the array index to begin the search. If from index is omitted, the search starts at index 0. And we are not passing in this case any start index, and that's the reason it is starting from the beginning. So let's try to give some index over here. So we know this B position, we are able to get it from 0, 1, 2. From second position, we are able to figure it out. So what I will do, I'll try to search from the third position. Because I don't want to get this, I want to see from here onwards, which is the first B present in my array. So let's see at the outcome now. So we are getting the position 4 because our search operation started from the third position index. And this is how we can customize the behavior by also giving from which position you want to apply a search. Same thing happened with the last index of. In the last index of, if you hover your cursor, it will also ask you from index. And here the from index is also working in a similar way. It says that the array index at which to begin searching backward. So only one difference we will be figuring out from the backward it is searching. So if I give here, for example, so by default, if you see here, the default value of last index of, the search starts at the last index in the array if we are not giving the value. It means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So by default, it is keeping 5 over here, which is my biggest index available in the array. So if you don't want to do that, so this is the fourth index. Let's say from here onwards, we want to search backward. So this is the fifth index, this is the fourth index, and this is the third index. So let me give here third one now. And let's see what happens. So we are getting the position 2 here. Why? Because we are mentioning we need to search from third index in a backward direction. And that's the reason from the third index, if I go in a backward direction, the first one that I'm able to figure it out at the number 2 position index, capital B here. That's perfect. Now let's also try to understand, is it case sensitive or insensitive? So if I just write a small b here, let's see what happens. We are getting -1. So even though from here, there is a be available. It is not searching it because it's a case sensitive operation. So with this, we learned we have to take care of the case sensitivity when we are searching. If you want to do without case sensitivity, you need to enhance the logic. You need to update your existing array or maybe whatever the input you are giving it. So this is how the case sensitivity work with index of and the last index of. Let's try one interesting scenario. Let me just comment out this. Let cities. So for example, I'm mentioning few cities here. Okay. So these are the cities I'm mentioning here. That's perfect. Now I need to add a new city. Then. So now when I'm trying to add a new city inside my existing array of cities, firstly, I want to confirm, is it already available or not? If it's already available, then we should not add it. If it is not available, then we'll update our array accordingly. So if in this case, you will be finding useful to use at index of. Let's try to use it. So I'll say if cities dot index of new city. If it is equals to -1, then it means not present already. So here you can see this is an array. We are searching with index of by giving a parameter here, new city, that we have initialized here. Now this new city is not available inside existing one anyway. So of course the output of index of operator we will be getting -1, and that's what we have learned till now. The -1 will be written if it is not present, and in this case will be true. And what we will do here now, we'll say cities dot push new city. That's perfect. And let's console cities and have a look at the output now. So we are getting added our new city inside our array, and that's the reason the length of the array is 4 now. Let's try one more scenario here. Let's say, for example, I'm trying to add a new city which is already available with us. So in this case, the index of will not return -1. Instead, it will return 0, 1. So it will be returning the index 1. So this condition will fail and our code will not add a new city inside our cities array. Let's see an outcome. That's perfect. So this is how we can make use of index of or maybe the last index of to create and run some real-time scenarios. And this is how the index and last index of works in JavaScript.